Hey guys, Mr. Rickahoff here, and today I'm going to introduce the skeletal system. And I want you to get your science notebook out and get your page set up like this. I know typically when we are doing some notes that we have our page split up like this with 4 sections, but today we do not want 4 sections. Today we just need 3. This bigger section here, you will see, we're going to do some drawing here. I'm going to show off my art skills. So, the first thing you need to know about the skeletal system is your skeleton, your bones. Go ahead and get that written in. Skeletal system, bones. And if you have been in my classroom before, you have seen the little skeleton that hangs from the ceiling. That's Blanche. And what we're going to do first in this big section is we are going to draw like a little cartoon drawing of the skeletal system. And of course, we have the skull. And we're going to label just a couple of parts in this video. Nothing too major. Nothing too crazy, and I think you've probably heard all of these terms before. So with the skull then, we will draw the spine. We aren't going to label that just yet. This is where it could get a little bit tricky, so you need to be watching very carefully to make sure you can create this beautiful piece of artwork. Come about right here. Draw 2 lines out. Now, I know right now you're thinking, okay, Rickoff, this this is not artwork, but we're getting there, I promise. And if you go right here, what we're doing is creating the shoulders, the collarbone. And then we've got the upper arm, which is really called the humerus, but we're not going to write that in the notes today. Got the radius and ulna. Boom. Look at that. We're going to repeat that on the other side. Draw the other humerus. Got the elbow, radius and ulna, and then the 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far, so good. Next, we are going to draw the ribs. And to draw the ribs, I'm just going to put like a half circle here and a half circle here. And then I'm just going to keep making smaller half circles to kind of draw the rib cage. And I am going to label those. That is the rib cage. And we'll go ahead now and label the spine. Then we are going to draw the hips, which I'm just going to put a circle. Scroll down, give myself a little more room. Draw the largest bone in the body here, the femur, and then the kneecap. Fibula and tibula. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, maybe the legs aren't necessarily to scale, but that's okay. We just wanted to, I just wanted to draw the skeletal system with you a little bit. Got a nice little cartoon picture. Let's look at these other 2 sections that we have. And again, if I'm moving a little too quickly, all you have to do, you can pause, rewind here, and get those notes written in. Next, we're going to talk about the jobs of the skeletal system. The skeletal system holds up the body. Without the bones inside of your body that are connected and holding you up, you would be a little blob rolling around on the floor, which sounds a little bit silly, but we definitely need our bones to hold up the body, and not only do they hold our body up, they give our body its shape. I mean, if you look at your arms, they are shaped very similarly to the bones. Those bones help give your body its shape. And you'll see here these joints that we drew, the elbow joints, the knee joints, the hips. All of those are very important because those joints especially help with movement. Your bones help your body move. If you're sitting there right now, and as you move your arm up and down, it's right there at that elbow joint. If you move your finger up and down, it's bending at those joints, at your knuckles. Same thing with your toes and your legs. If you bend your knee, that's how you move. And something super important, I mean, you know that bones are very hard, and that's on purpose because your bones protect your organs. I'm going to put a little heart there. We'll get a little bit more in depth later in the week. In the next video, I will show you how the bones protect those organs, or more specifically, which bones protect which organs. But this video is just an introduction. I want you to make sure you know what the skeletal system is, those bones, what it looks like, its jobs, and then I'm going to throw one wow fact at you right now. I'm going to draw a bone. And yes, I am drawing a broken bone. I don't know if you've ever, I'm going to talk about a chicken bone here, because I hope no one has ever seen a human bone broken like that. So a chicken bone, if you've ever had like a chicken leg or a chicken wing, I don't know if you've ever had the bone break. But if you break that chicken bone and you look inside of a bone is not that whitish, off-whitish color that I kind of always expected it would be. When you break it open, inside it's a reddish or purplish, and that's called bone marrow. So right here, what I have shaded red is bone marrow. And there's a reason why bone marrow is red. And as it dries out, it becomes like dark red, purplish even. But bone marrow is red because inside of your bones, that bone marrow actually makes red blood cells. And if you remember those red blood cells, those are the blood cells that carry oxygen and carbon dioxide throughout your body. They help with that transport system. So next time you're eating a chicken bone or something, don't eat the bone, but I want you to crack it open and look at it, and you'll actually see the bone marrow that's in there.